If you are a business owner and you are having problem with your team, with your clients, or even in your personal space, then hear me out. Why I'm taking the example of a business owner is because you have the responsibility of not just your team or the clients, but also people who are related to them. So you have a larger responsibility of other people's lives as well. But when we are talking about certain problems that you are having with people, how do you know that there is a problem? First is always there are symptoms, right? And how do these symptoms come out? There are indications and there are signs. Example, you feel frustrated, you feel angry, you feel, stressed out, anxious, and most of the time you feel irritated, even for going for a meeting or talking to people or while making decision or while listening to others as well. Okay, and you are seeing a pattern that it is happening quite often. Maybe it is happening one time, then it is stopping, then it's happening again, but you are not understanding exactly what is the reason and where is it coming from. So what we are going to see is what could be the possible root cause of this and how to go about it, how to break down this thing and understand and analyze. In your case, you do this yourself and see which are the category or the place it actually falls and how you can fix it. So when you are having problem with your people, okay, first understand who are these people that you are actually having the problem with. It can be in the form of your experience, right? You feeling angry, you feeling anxious, you feeling frustrated, irritated when somebody is talking, or just out of no reason. And sometimes you feel like, well, nothing is wrong, everything seems fine, then why am I feeling this? Okay? And what happens in that case, slowly people start ignoring you, or they feel scared of you, or they feel not to talk to you in case you get hurt or in case you feel bad. And slowly that difference or the coldness increases. Okay, so the first thing you need to understand is, do you know about yourself? For example, the self-discovery part. In the self-discovery, what exactly am I referring to? Your value system, your belief system, and your personality, right? So do you know yourself absolutely clearly that this is who I am, these are my value system, these are my belief system, okay? That kind of thing about yourself. The second part of this first point is, do you know what are the values and belief systems of the person you are dealing with in front of you? Let's take the closest example, your team members and your family members. Do you know that? If not, then the question is, have you ever wanted to know that, right? Because if you have a particular value system and if you have a particular belief system, not necessarily the person in front of you have the same set of values and the same set of beliefs and personality as well, isn't it? So in that case, first is you need to know what are your core values. What are values? Values are the factors that drives you. Who are you as a person in life? And whatever decision you make, consciously or subconsciously, it is related to your values. Because when you start making decisions against your value system, you will see your life is going for a toss very slowly, or it might happen very soon enough as well. And that's why it is important, once you know about yourself, please understand and get to know the same things about the person you are dealing with. Okay. Now the second point is clarity. Clarity about not just yourself, but others as well. In terms of value, belief system, personality, yes. But the thing is about your vision, about where you want to be, right? Where you want to go. Do the other people with whom you are dealing with, especially in your business, especially in your team, do they know where you are actually taking them with you on the journey? That kind of clarity. Because if you do not have that razor sharp clarity, how would you actually give it to the others, right? Even in your family, even in your relationship. Relationship is like a journey. So where are you going with the other person together, right? So that kind of a clarity, if you have, then just imagine what kind of a power you will have, right? Because clarity is power. Third thing, once you have understood this, you need to communicate. Communicate in the manner, you have a certain belief system. Okay, and when you see that you have to convey something to others and they are not able to understand, then you have to speak in their language. Let me give you an example. All right, let's say in one of your top values, your one of the top values is excellence. Okay, and the person with whom you are dealing with, let's say your team member, in that person's topmost core values, excellence is not there, but all other values are there, but one important value is there, which is family. Okay, now for you, in your mindset, to do any task, to meet the deadline or do anything with a finesse, you need to go all in, do not sleep, work however you want to, and just make it happen. Okay, you only care about excellence because that is something that drives you. Now let's say, for example, the other person about whom we are speaking, that person is a great guy and he's an amazing team member in your team. But the point is, his one of the top values is family. Now, let's say, take a scenario. If you are giving certain kind of work which is actually clashing with this person's essential element, that is family. Let's say the person has already booked certain reservation or certain time. He has taken time out for his family time, right? And you are actually coming and actually disrupting that value without understanding or putting it in a proper manner, okay, then that is going to create friction, and that is going to actually go in a negative way to the other person, because you are actually directly hitting on to his one of the core values, which is family. Because let's say if he has to complete a task which is taking away his family time, which he has already planned, and you have not put it in the right manner, then he might take it negatively, or it might hurt him, or he might not understand where you are coming from, right? So please understand, once you have the clarity, once you know about yourself, self-discovery, and once you discover the other people as well, then you need to communicate effectively. What are your values? What is the company's value, right? There is a company value system as well. What are your belief system? What are you expecting from them? What is your vision? Not necessarily what is your vision. They are understanding it very well if you do not communicate with them properly, isn't it? So the third thing is, please communicate properly. And the fourth thing is, now is the time to dissect. You have done the diagnosis, now to implement the stuffs. If you are seeing this pattern happening over and over again, it's time for you to take out some time. Now, if you say कि अरे इतना सारा time कहाँ है किसी के पास कुछ करने के लिए, right? Should I see the business or should I just think of the people and do all these nonsense? Well, if you do not take time for these things, how will your business stand for the long term, right? It will just be a fluke, because your business is not just about systems and process. It is about people. So if you do not take time for people, including yourself, then how is it going to sustain? So the human element of business is also essential. So now you need to implement. Once you diagnose that, the root cause, you know what the root cause is now, and you need to make a fix, roadmap, or I would say a blueprint to work on it and not to repeat the same mistake again, not to go, rupture the root cause again to create the same problems again. Once you fix the root cause of any problem in life, okay, or any problem in business, you will see that there are least chances of making the same mistake over and over again. And once you do this pattern detection, you will see how powerful is this. Because once you have the habit of understanding this consciously and subconsciously, it will be very easy for you to be with or talk to or deal with different kinds of people in different walks of life. And to understand more about this, and if you are struggling in this kind of segment in your business and your personal life, do reach out to me in the email given below, because until and unless you know the root cause, okay, because majority of the people try to fix problems seeing the symptoms of the problem. They do not understand that they need to fix the root cause, and for that you need to identify the root cause. Okay, so if you want to fix these do write me, and to break the patterns that break you. Always remember that. Break the patterns that break you and install excellence to intensify your results in life. Hope this helps, and see you in the next video.